Today we're going to be setting up a brand new blog from the very beginning together. There are two sites out there which the majority of people use to create blogs, and that is blogger.com. You can go to blogger.com right here, and that's what I utilize, so that's what I'm going to teach. However, WordPress is also very, very popular. And I've never actually used it, so I cannot teach you, but that is also a recommended site for creating a blog. They do have some more advanced paid. I really don't know what the difference is over there yet, but there are free accounts and paid accounts. Here is the Blogger homepage. When you go here, you can sign in or register if you need to register for a Blogger account. A Blogger account, Blogger is actually owned by Google, so if you have a Google account, it's best to keep those linked together. See, here is my Google account, and if you go under More, and let's do Even More, you're going to see Blogger right here, and you can hit right here and also go to Blogger. Once you're signed into Google, you're automatically signed into Blogger. So if you already have a Google account, use that to sign in, because you don't want to have more than one account. You want all things linked together. In fact, you can go to Google and create your account there and then come back here if you would like. But first you're going to sign in and put your password and everything, or create your account. And once you log in, you're going to see what's called the dashboard. I have several blogs that I post to. This one, of course, is my main one, and this one is the St. Louis Gathering, and this one is from a Yahoo group that I'm in that I don't post too much. My religious blog, where tells me it's time to wake up. Hold on, gotta turn off my alarm clock. Yes, I get up before my alarm clock. Okay, my husband's blog, and then this is somebody else's blog I'm allowed to post on that I don't ever post on anymore. But when you're first starting, you're not going to have all of these. And I'm not quite sure what you're going to see first, but for my purposes, I'm going to click on Create a Blog. Now this is what you're going to see at first, and you need to choose a blog title. This is what is going to, it's kind of important. You probably want it to be your design name. Some people don't know what to do here, and I see all the time they put a period or something silly there. But this really is important. Your blog title is important because when people subscribe to your blog through RSS, the blog title is going to come up in the RSS feeds, and a lot of people don't realize that. They put silly stuff in here, but it's really important to have a good title. So I'm going to put Hummy's Test blog, and this is going to be the URL that everybody will actually go to reach your blog. And so this is important too. You don't want something really long that people have to do a lot of typing every time they go to, in case they don't put it in their favorites. And some people will come to your site by memory. And so I'm just going to do Hummy Test, and hopefully that's available. You can check to see if it's available. It says it is. Do their word verification thing. Make sure you're not a robot, and continue on. Now it's going to ask you to choose a template. Well, don't get hung up here. Don't get real hung up here, because you can change your template very easily later. And so if you just want to choose the default that's here, they list a few here, but they actually have a lot more. I'm going to show you that later going to press continue. That's it. We have a blog created. Now it comes up and it wants you to make your first post. Well, you can do this if you want. Let's go ahead and review it really quickly. You could skip it if you wanted and go straight to the settings. Basically, here is where you put your title. My first blog post, and then I'm just going to say, hello, blog world. There we go. What is important here is the labels. Labels are what the way people are going to navigate your site to find posts down the road. These are topics, and so I can put this one under a topic of general. Maybe you're going to have one for freebies, maybe you're going to have one for personal. You can go to my blog. Let's just do that. And go down to the sidebar here, and where I have topics, these are my labels. And so I have these various labels so people can click on them to find topics of similar sorts. So these are mine: photography, my religious ones, digital scrapbooking, various things. And so that is why that is important. If you click on post options, you can change the date of your post. This is where if you want to make one that's going to be posted in the future, even when you're not online, you can put that in there, change the date, and it will post one in the future. You can get back in here and change the date and time of things. A lot of times when I resurrect old posts and I edit one, I just change the time, the date to and time to the current time to get it to come up fresh and new on my blog. So if you are linking, well, we'll get back into that later, but to link something, you need to highlight the words that you want to link, click on this, put the URL that you're directing them to. Let's say it is my blog. And now when I post this and you click on it, it's going to go to my blog. Photos are really easy. You just click on this button, and here is the uploader. You can click this up to 5 times and upload 5 photos at once. I rarely ever use this to get it from another place on the internet, but you can. You can choose a layout of having no layout, or having the photo to the left of your text, centered on the page, or to the right of your text. I always use center. I previously tried using right and left, but I found that when the variety of screen sizes that people have, and with my blog shrinking and expanding, that often it might leave just a little bit of text to the right of the photo, and it would just look kind of funny. And so I over the years have developed a practice that it's much better to just center the text or center your photo and put your text above and below your photo. You can do what you want. This is just my preference. Now, there's also a option here to change the size of the photo. This doesn't actually change the size of the photo. It just changes the size that it's going to appear in your message. When you click on the photo and in your message, it's going to open it up in the full size. So this is only the the thumbnail size that's going to appear in your post. It's still going to upload that full version, and when these upload, they go to Picasa. So you can actually log into Web Picasa and find all of your images there. I don't know, I guess I could go and show you where that is. I don't know how to spell it. Let's just see if it'll search here. Here, and it's a Google account. And right there is, so it's picasaweb.google.com, and when you go to the Google site and it's that home site, I'm sure that you can find a link from there. And so when you're uploading here, I've lost my I can't see anything. My recorder's covering my tabs at the bottom to go to the upload thing. So when you are here uploading, it's going to upload right into Picasa, and you can actually come here and delete all your photos if you need to, and review them and change them. And so let's go back to the blogger. If I click on this, I'll get this up again. Okay, and so we're going to browse to our folder and then click upload. It's going to upload it, and after you upload it, you'll see a choice to close the window. You'll close the window and it'll be here in your post. It's that easy to do. Well, let's go ahead and find a photo. I got a lot of junk on my computer. I'm not excited about you guys seeing all the junk on my computer. Here is my folder on hybrid stuff. So if I'm making one of my hybrid posts that I'm currently doing, I would click on that. There's my image centered. I want it large. Upload. And there's my photo. I'm going to click done, and I have my photo right here in my post, and you can see it's now above my text. If I wanted to, I could just grab this and drag it below my text with my mouse. I might want to center this text, but I want to show you something now. This is in the Compose Mode tab, and this is in the Edit HTML tab. And so I'm going to click over here, and this is where you see the HTML. And I can go in here, and if you learn to read HTML, you can edit it from here. And I'm going to go ahead and hit enter to separate this. That is not correct. Let's see, delete. This is extra spaces up here. So I do a lot in the Edit HTML mode. You have to learn to read each HTML a little bit, but it really helps over time to come in here and learn to read this. And so you're going to see now I put a space between my text and the photo, but I did it in HTML. And so I want to point out that a lot of times you will get these div tags inserted, and I am always deleting them. You'll come in here and you'll see these are div tags. Let me see, let me just type one. They look like this. And when you add photos, for some reason it starts adding tons of div tags in there. And so you'll end up with a bunch of extra ones, and I recommend then if things are looking funky over here in the Compose mode and you can't figure out why, go over here and you can see it manually deleted it itself because it discovered it didn't need it. But sometimes it thinks it needs it and it adds a whole bunch of those. It also adds a bunch of the P's, which is for paragraph, that it doesn't need. And if your post is looking funky, go in there and delete the div tags and clean it up, the HTML, and things will work better. I often go in here and purposefully delete them. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. You can save it as a draft if you want. Let's go ahead and do that. It's saved as a draft. It does it automatically every so often. And if you click on Edit Post, there is my draft, and I can get back to it and edit it. When I'm ready to post, I post it, and then you can go out here and view your blog, and there is my blog. My brand new blog, very basic, not much on it. So now is when we begin doing the fun stuff to make the blog a little more special. So this up here, new post and customize, go back to all of these settings in here. Here is your posts. You can create a new post. You can click here and edit and go back and edit any of your posts. You know, once you get a whole bunch, there'll be a nice long line. You'll see your labels over here. So I could go back in there and edit that post and say, well, I really don't want that photo. I'm going to delete it and publish it again. Oh, and it's telling me that there's an extra tag there I don't need. There, I deleted it. So now my photo's gone. Let's go back to layout. And under layout, I want to pick a new template. And as I said in the beginning, you can always go back and pick a new template and change it. Now, there are plenty here for you to utilize, but I don't recommend that you stick with any one of these, but because everybody knows what the standard ones look like. You want to personalize your and customize your blog to be your own. The ones I personally recommend are these right here, called minimum lefty, minimum stretch, and minimum lefty stretch, I believe. The reason I recommend those, I don't think it's minimum, different screens all come in different sizes. Some of them are wider, like this one here. Some of them are more square, some smaller, larger. Minimum stretch and minimum lefty stretch are going to expand and contract with each person's screen size. Now, I know a lot of people like to go out there and get those fancy backgrounds that have there's a new fad out there. I'll have to link you up with that in the forum. You can do that if you want. It'll tell you which template to use in order to do those instructions. For me, if I were to use one of those, I would have a lot less room. You can see here, why is there that ad there? That's crazy. That's supposed to be Google ads, and wow, look what they put right there on my blog. Okay, I was testing Google ads. I might want to move that down. I have here, this is my sidebar, and these are my posts. And if this post was on a smaller screen size, then this would be a lot less wide across here, and what's going to happen is my posts